Hey friends, and welcome back to Becca Does Stuff. You've all heard me suggest secondhand shopping and how it's better for your wallet and the environment, but do you know why it's so much better for the environment than buying new? In the honor of Earth Month, let's go ahead and dive into that. We can tend to get caught up in the packaging and the end of life cycle of a product, but it's just as important for us to consider the production process too. Anything that is ever made requires some kind of resources and energy. So no matter if you're shopping for clothing, furniture, jewelry, electronics, vehicles, dishes, and art and home decor, books, shoes, or whatever, it all requires some kind of extraction of resources and energy usage. Everything that is manufactured is contributing to the depletion of our natural resources. It can come in the form of cutting down forests, using up water, mining minerals, excavating oil, or depleting our already rapidly decreasing and ever so necessary fertile topsoil. It is also responsible for the creation of pollution in the form of chemicals being leached into our water and soil, smog and air pollution, and litter and overflowing landfills. Even purchasing new products from widely certified eco-friendly companies has an impact on the planet and its resources. This is why I absolutely love secondhand. Even buying refurbished or returned items to me counts because they are still reducing the demand for new resources to be extracted from the earth, and it's also stopping them from ending up in the landfills. I do have many items in my home that were purchased new, and when they reach the end of their lives, I plan to replace them via secondhand shopping. But there's a few things that I just need to buy new, and I refuse to get things used like toothbrushes, pillows, and underwear. That's kind of where I draw the line. But there's so many other wonderfully pre-loved items that I welcome into my home, and here's just a few of my favorites. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to show you every single piece of used clothing or every single used book I own. This video would take forever, but hey, they are not excluded from my list of favorites. You may have seen my thrifting video in which we found these beautiful tables for our entry room. This one is perfect for our plants, and it houses my honey's guitar accessories, as does this little one that we got on the same day. We love all the intricate detail on this table. The drawers, the handles, everything is just really beautifully done. It is very aged, as you can tell. There's some dents and scratches and gaps in between the wood, but we feel like it adds more character to the item and it makes it feel more like home in our house. These guitar cases underneath the table are also secondhand. My boyfriend got those secondhand, as well as most of his guitars and amps. And in another section of this room, we have our little workout corner where we have this elliptical that my boyfriend got secondhand. He got it secondhand not just because it's more sustainable than buying new, but also because the price tag was much prettier. I don't know if you guys would count this or not, but there's a plant nursery out here that we go to, and they had some water fountains that were being used for display. And since they were on display for so long, there was a lot of calcium buildup on them, and so they couldn't sell them with their regular stuff. So out of desperation, they put them up for sale for $25 each, and they were originally $300 to $600. So my boyfriend and I grabbed a couple of them. So although they weren't purchased secondhand from a thrift store, they were pre-used and they didn't have the same kind of quality that they would have had brand new, and that's why they were so desperate to get rid of them. Also outside, we have some flower pots that we got secondhand as well. I found these adorable matching teal nightstands for our guest bedroom. Also in my guest bedroom, I found this mirror secondhand at a thrift store. You probably recognize this in my bathroom makeover. I got this mirror secondhand at a Goodwill, as well as that picture frame there, and I repainted the mirror because it was pretty banged up. And then this stand here, a friend of mine gave to me a long time ago. It's really old. It's got a lot of flaws. You can see there's all kinds of scratches and things. It's been painted over a few times, but I feel like it just fit perfectly in the guest bathroom. It houses extra towels, toilet paper, toiletries, and it just works. And it's got a lot of character. I love it. As with most people, when you first move out onto your own, you need to get as much furniture as you can for as cheap as possible. And my friend was kind enough to give me this coffee table when I moved out on my own and had no furniture. So I'm really grateful for it. It's kind of scratched up in some places. There's some scratches on the glass as well as on the metal, but I really don't care. It looks fine. It works fine. I'm happy with it. And next to our coffee table is our couch. It is leather, and I know a lot of people will hate that, but we had a fabric couch before, and the dirt and dust that our dogs would drag in from our very dusty desert backyard would end up trapped in the couch and give us allergies pretty bad. So my boyfriend said we have to go with a leather couch because pleather is not much better than leather. Let's face it, it's going to deteriorate and pollute the earth. And I said the only way that I'm going to buy leather is if it's secondhand. So we were fortunate enough to find this one. It's a lot more comfortable. It's easier to keep clean. I just feel like our house is cleaner in general. Yeah, we're really happy with this purchase, and it suits both of our styles. So it was a great compromise. And then behind the couch are these two console tables. It looks like one unit, but it's two separate units that we received from a couple that was moving. And we got a pretty good deal on it. It looks like it has many drawers. It kind of has that apothecary vibe, which I love about it, but it really doesn't have that many drawers. Each unit has 4 drawers, and then the rest of those are actually cabinet doors, and we keep things like our seeds for our garden in there and our barbecue utensils for our grill, DVDs, movies, video games, board games, things like that. So these were all things that we really just kind of had crammed in other places in our house. So having this unit here really helped kind of consolidate our things. It helps keep it more organized, even though it looks like a hot mess in here. Don't judge. But yeah, and this unit really, or I should say these units really go with our style. So, I mean, I feel like they fit in our home. They made this room feel so much more warm than previously. This was just a big empty wall before. And then when we got these tables and then made the artwork above it, it just really helped to make this room just feel so much better and less cold and stark. Then next to that is this little stool that holds our air filter up so that dog hair and stuff doesn't go straight into the air filter. But this little stool is special to me because a relative of mine made it and it's been passed on through the family. I love that my relative who made it branded it with his name. That just makes it all the more special to me. Speaking of sentimental items being passed on through the family, this little table was passed on through my boyfriend's side of the family and is sentimental to him. This is such a random little thrift find, but I actually found this on OfferUp and bought this from an individual. It looks like the spaceship from Men in Black Part 2, I think it was, but it's not a spaceship. It is a citrus juicer. I wanted a citrus juicer. I kind of needed one, and I could have bought any kind, but when I found out that this one was available, I just had to jump all over it because, I mean, just look how funky it is. And I told you guys that I think that returns count. This pot and pan set, which this pan is actually like a lid. It's a cast iron enamel pan that we received from, how do you say it? Le Creuset? Le Creuset? I don't know.
But your accent, it's so convincing.
We received it from that store. It was returned because that little damage there on the side of the pot. And we've gotten a lot of use out of this thing. Love the little pan that comes with it. Love that it's a lid and a pan in one. I like multi-purpose tools. So yeah, we really like this. And we also have another return item in our kitchen, which is kind of weird to be talking about on camera, but whatever. It's me. I'm weird. It's our trash can. Our trash can was a return from somebody on Amazon, and so they were selling it at a discount. Also in my kitchen are these 2 canisters that I got from a thrift store. One I hold my teas in because it's pretty airtight, and then this other one that says coffee beans. I used to hold coffee in there, no longer drink coffee, but I still use it for other drink powders. My backpack and my purse are both secondhand as well. This backpack serves me well when I'm hiking or going to work to the office, but as you can see, there are some flaws with it. The strap is coming undone, and then the pocket on the inside was ripped when I got it, but it works all right. And you'll never guess what else I have that's secondhand. Jars. A coworker of mine, her mother had a ton of jars that she no longer used, so she gave those to me, and then I also got some from a thrift store. I also got a couple Lazy Susans from thrift stores. I don't know how exciting jars and Lazy Susans are to you, but I just wanted to show that you don't need to buy all these little things brand new. You don't need to have resources extracted from the earth to get something as simple as this. Thrift stores are usually just flooded with all kinds of cool things like this that you will get so much use out of. And then I found these kind of decorative ones I use to keep Epsom salts and soaps and things like that in my bathroom. They're not airtight necessarily, so I didn't think they were great for food, but they work perfect for my bathroom. I'm sure I've mentioned this before, but majority of the picture frames in our house are also secondhand. I have bought some new, but majority of them I get used because, again, that's another thing that thrift stores are usually just flooded with. Sometimes you have to buy ugly art that came with them, but you just take the art out and reuse the frame. Try to look at them with a sense of creativity and know that, okay, even if they're scuffed up or whatever, or an ugly color, you can sand them, paint over them, do something else. This picture frame was bought secondhand, and it is just perfect for this photograph that my father took of upstate New York. I just think it's beautiful. And of course, I could keep going around and finding secondhand things that I purchased, like this candlestick, my napkins, my table runners and tablecloths, my car. But I just feel like I wanted to focus on the main things, my favorites of all my secondhand finds that are inside my house. And I hope that it inspired some of you to buy secondhand or get hand-me-downs and appreciate and love them for years to come rather than buying brand new. Happy Earth Month, and thank you so much for watching, guys.